Hi, it's Mari. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a 12 by 12 scrapbooking process to share with you for the JustNick digital cut file design team. And I am going to be starting off here with this gorgeous Mandalla cut file from the shop. It is absolutely amazing. I love all of the little intricate patterns in the different sections of the leaf. And you can see here that I've printed it quite large, and my plan is to have it as the feature on the left side of the layout. Now, I also just showed you very quickly there the photo that I'm going to be using, which I've printed in black and white, and I'm going to trim it down to 4 by 3. And I'm going to have that in a landscape way over on the right of that leaf. So I'm just marking off here on my basil marshmallow cardstock where I want that leaf to be. And to be honest with you, the color inspiration that I got for this layout really came from the Indigo Hills collection, which is absolutely beautiful. And I love the sort of non-traditional fall colors that are in this collection. And I just wanted to match up the purples and tones of greens and yellow here for my color scheme here today. And so I'm going to be using Distress Oxide inks and the packaging technique behind my leaf and behind my photograph just to add some color to my layout. So you can see that I added a little bit of that ink in Dusty Concord to my piece of plastic, and then I just spritzed a little bit of water on there. I rubbed it together, and then I just flipped it over and added it down to my paper. I have not added any gesso to my paper. It's just straight up paper, and I'm not using very much water, so I'm not really too concerned about the paper buckling or anything like that. So now I'm just taking some of that bundled sage. I'm going to dab up the excess water here quickly just so that it doesn't soak into the paper. I just want some really muted tones here behind my leaf, and I just love this color palette. I'm also going to use some antique linen for the really light yellow. I think I might use a little bit of fossilized amber here and there as well, but mostly for the yellows I'm using antique linen. Now I thought about using some other purples here as well, like wilted violet, but I just started using it a little bit here in one area, and I just felt that it was too pink. It was too much of a fuchsia tone, and I wasn't really going for that here today. I'm really trying to focus on the purples, yellows, and greens. So I just end up going over that one little area there a little bit with some gesso just to mute that purple down a little bit. Now I'm just going to create that area to the right where I'm going to have my photo sitting. I wanted to have a little bit of color over in that area as well. And so I'm just sitting that photo on there quickly just to see how that's going to look and how much more color I need over there. I'm going to add a little bit of the bundled sage, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of the antique linen over there as well. So you can see I'm just continuing that process. Actually, I think I'm going to use a little bit of the fossilized amber too, by the looks of it, as some splatters. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to splatter some of that fossilized amber down, and I might even do a little bit of splattering with some other colors. I don't remember, but let's see what I'm going to do here. Just going to pick up the excess there from the moisture from that splattering. And I'm going to use my Ranger heat tool here just to dry this up a little bit. And I think that's maybe all the splatters and the colors that I do. So now what I want to do is I want to back my leaf with some vellum. So I just laid that leaf onto a piece of 8.5 by 11 vellum. And now what I'm going to do is just trim around it. So I just used a little bit of repositionable adhesive on my leaf, on the back of my leaf, and then just cut around that. Now I actually took my sewing machine and sewed down the spine of the middle of that large leaf. And then I actually took some of the leaves from the Sweater Weather cut file, and I added some of the Distress Oxide inks to those 3 leaves as well. And you can see that I'm going to embellish the photograph with those. I'm going to back my photo with a little bit of tissue paper. And then I'm going to just use a couple of die cuts, actually one die cut that I'm going to cut in half from the Indigo Hills collection, and just embellish that photograph quickly here. I'm going to just trim off the excess of that leaf that's off the side of the layout there, just by flipping it over and just using my scissors to trim that off. And then here you can see how the layout is coming together. And this is a really simple layout. I didn't do a ton of embellishing. I just feel like that cut file is gorgeous and beautiful, and it didn't really need, in my opinion, a whole lot of anything else. I think it's just soft and pretty and doesn't need a ton. So there's that die cut piece from Indigo Hills. I'm just going to, I have cut that in half, and I've put one half above the photo and the other half below. And there's a little bit of gold embossing on that piece. And so then I just wanted to add more gold. So I'm just going in with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine and adding quite a bit of color shine to this, just because I think it looks so pretty with those colors in this layout. And then just with that little bit of gold foiling detail that's in that die cut piece as well, the gold just really brings that out. Now I'm just taking a little bit of paper towel and sopping up a little bit of the moisture from that color shine, and I'm going to add a little title B&B in some gold puffy alphas from Pink Fresh Studio, and that is going to be my layout today, guys. This came together very quickly. This is really simple and easy. What makes it gorgeous is those cut files. Love the cut files from JustNick. I am going to leave a link in the description box below, so make sure you check it out. If you have a silhouette, or if you've got, a cutting machine of some sort, these cut files are absolutely gorgeous, and I definitely recommend checking them out. So thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope to see you another time here on my channel. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.